This recent protest outside Attorney George Monk's law firm has these protesters upset about how Attorney Monk and his client Saram Selassie are going about the appeals process over the Ward 3 election that ousted former Anniston Councilman Saram Selassie.
We are here because of the elderly. They have the right to vote. No judge or no attorney should be able to tell them that they can't vote absentee. And I have a concern because I went to a hearing and the judge told Mr. Monk, who represents Selassie, said, I'm not gonna let you go fishing. What are you looking for? He still hadn't told the judge what is he looking for. So the judge let them go fishing. They are doing deposition as if the people have done something wrong. They hadn't said, well, we are fishing, we are looking for something that we can overturn the election. That's not the way the system works. The system work is if you know that somebody have done something wrong, you identify it, and then if you're gonna go and get deposition.
This statement was drafted by James Montgomery on behalf of the black and senior absentee voters of Councilman Ben Little of Ward 3. It reads, Saram Selassie and his attorney George Monk have filed a lawsuit challenging Saram's loss for the Ward 3 council position. Reverend Benjamin Little, who won the election, is now representing Ward 3 on the Anniston City Council. Reverend Little is doing an excellent job by representing African Americans in this community and attending to the needs of all citizens of Anniston. We are proud of the work Reverend Little is doing on the Anniston City Council, and we support him. The statement goes on to say George Monk and Saram allegedly have targeted elderly and sick African Americans who voted by absentee ballot and are trying to prove that these sick and in many instances frail elderly black men and women have done something wrong. Nellie and Benny Fears are among those who are being attacked. George Monk and Saram have allegedly been going to the homes of these people who are very sick and disabled and making the people feel they have done something wrong. Attorney Donald Stewart is representing the 19 black voters who are allegedly targeted by Monk and Saram. Many of these black voters are well into their 60s, 70s, and some are even 90 years old. These black men and women had a constitutional right to vote. Monk and Saram, through their actions, have caused undue stress and anxiety to come upon our beloved elderly African American men and women. The statement also says no whites who voted absentee were challenged or asked to undergo a deposition or questioned about their disability or sickness. We are tired of black, elderly, sick, and disabled being attacked and made to feel their votes don't count and that they are criminals. Monk and Saram would have never asked any elderly, sick, or infirm white man or woman if they cast an absentee ballot and were they eligible to cast that vote. We must come together as a community to protect and support our senior citizens and the poor, for Jesus said, we will always have the poor among us. End of statement by James Montgomery.
One gentleman said, why are you at my house? I have cast my vote. I voted for Councilman Little. I don't even know the other guy. Charles Monk was there when he said it. So why are you there at this man's house asking him, to me, why did you vote for Councilman Little? Because you didn't find anything wrong with the absentee ballot, because if there's something wrong with the absentee ballot, you should be going at the city. That's who held the election, not the councilman. So I don't care who wins the election, long as they do what's right when they get there. But I have a concern when you're trying to suppress individual votes and predominantly black, because nobody have went to not one white who cast an absentee ballot. And I'm not saying that it's a black and white issue, because a lot of white is upset about what's going on now. But I'm here to tell you that when it seems like when blacks do the same thing that whites been doing all their life, then something is wrong, because we don't vote the way they think we should have voted. We wouldn't be going through this, or they wouldn't be going through this if they'd have voted the other way. Now you got to remember, that was an election 4 years ago that Selassie won. And we didn't see all of this. Matter of fact, if you had to go and challenge the election, you had to go to Montgomery, and then you had to go through the district attorney, you had to go to the attorney general, the secretary of state, all of these things. But it seems like to me they have a shortcut to get where they need to get. It is unreal. I'm here speaking in behalf of the 19 that cast their vote because they wasn't able to get to the poll. There was people that have had heart attacks or had strokes. One man said, I used to fish and that was a joy of my life, but I had to sell my boat because I wasn't able to go fishing anymore because of the illness and the disability that I have. But now they're at my house knocking on my door and questioning whether I have this disability or not, and there's something wrong with that.
So what's next in this situation? Councilman Little says they are waiting on complainants to complete depositions. Then those findings will be presented to the judge, who will in turn determine if a trial is necessary.